Hi, welcome to the next video. We will now look at the basic single-channel sensor connection to the safety module of the S71200 controller. These two schematics show two basic configurations. The first configuration uses the plus 24 volt potential, which is the same as the module power supply. The second configuration uses the VS1 output equipped with test pulses. Before we analyze the category of this circuit and the available performance level, let's go to TIA portal and set up an example configuration. Just a quick side note, S0 and S8 are two separate sensors triggered independently. Okay, I'm going to the TIA portal project we were working on earlier. I'm going to the input module configuration, DI parameters, and here I go to the configuration of channels 0 and 8. I select sensor evaluation 1 out of 1. Notice that the remaining parameters have been grayed out. The options I have at this point are the configuration for channel 0 and channel 8. Channel 0 is input A.0, while channel 8 is input B.0. At this point I can activate or deactivate specific channels 0 or 8. I can also set the input filter in milliseconds from 0.8 to 2. You also need to select the error acknowledgement option after passivation, either manual or automatic. If you select manual, you will need to call the appropriate ACK global function from the user program or set a dedicated error acknowledgement bit for this channel in this module. We will get to that later. The next parameter is sensor supply internal or external. As a reminder, external means powering this signal from the L plus potential plus 24 volts, which also powers the entire module. Internal means selecting power from the VS1 terminal or VS2 for section B. We will select the internal option for both channel 0 and channel 8. Importantly, notice that at this point we still have the short circuit test checkbox unchecked. For now, we will select internal with the short circuit test checkbox unchecked. We will now perform a verification test to see if our circuit works when we create a short circuit to plus 24 volts or a cross-channel short circuit. Let's also check the assigned variables. I have one variable assigned to channel 0 at address I8.0. It will work the same way with single-channel evaluation. I will now download the program to the PLC. I'm stopping the controller, downloading the program. I have now started the PLC. Let's see, everything is green, great. Okay, let's run a quick test of our program. Right now, the e-stop is in the high state on the controller on the safety input module. On channel 0, we have a green LED, meaning high state. I press the e-stop. Now the variable goes to false and the contactors turn off. Great. Let's perform a simple functional test for short circuit detection on channel 0. This channel is connected to the VS1 supply. I have now connected a jumper wire. Using this switch, I can apply plus 24 volts from the module C. If I turn the mushroom head, the contactors are energized without any problem. If I now flip this switch, which will create a short circuit to L+ on channel 0, the program continues to execute without any error. Now let's change the setting in TIA portal device configuration in the module settings, DI parameters. Let's check the short circuit test checkbox. Let's leave the default settings for now. Let's now run the same test. If I pull the mushroom head, the contactors are energized, everything is green, no errors are reported. If I now create a short circuit to plus 24 volts on channel 0 lights up red. You can see the red LED next to channel 0, and automatically the output was not energized, the channels have been passivated. If I try the e-stop now, it does not respond. The circuit remains passive. Okay, I have now removed the short circuit. Notice that the system changed the way channel 0 is indicated. Right now, the green and red LEDs are blinking alternately. This signals that a reset of this channel is possible. How do we reset this channel? We need to call the appropriate function because we set manual reset after passivation for this channel. Okay, let's run one more test. Right now I press the mushroom head, the contactors disconnect. I turn it to reset the signal. Currently the state on channel 0 is high, and I will try to create a short circuit to L+. Notice that right now with channel 0 in the high state, I created a short circuit to L+. Our safety controller also detected this short circuit and reported a fault condition. I hope you can now see the difference between the first schematic using the L+ potential and the second one using the VS1 or VS2 potential with test pulses. Let's now analyze the information about the category and performance level, which you can find in the Siemens documentation. Siemens states that by connecting a sensor in single channel mode to an input, for example to channel 0, you can achieve a maximum of category 3 up to performance level D. There is a certain pitfall in this information, and you need to carefully analyze the definition of the single channel connection category for category 3. You can see here the definition of category 1 and category 2. In these categories, we use single channel connections. A fault can cause the machine to operate with a defect and can put the operator at risk. Expose the operator to risk. Category 3 requires a redundant system. When a fault occurs, the defect must be detected after some time to prevent the machine from operating with a defect and exposing the operator. Risk can only occur in case of an accumulation of faults in the system. Category 4 is an extension of Category 3, where even an accumulation of faults cannot lead to a loss of the safety function. Now you might ask, how can we connect a device in a dual channel manner to a single channel in the Siemens Safety module under category 3? Look, on the schematic the sensor is drawn as a single NC contact. However, we can connect here a single circuit from a safety relay or another device. If you use terminals 13 and 14, then two contacts are connected in series, opening this circuit in a dual channel manner. Such a device can be connected to just one channel. Achieving category 3 for a single channel connection is possible, but it is subject to the following rules. You can achieve category 3 in 1 out of 1 configurations if you diagnose external wiring faults or exclude them according to the standards by proper cable routing, protection and testing of their integrity. Each FDI input contains sufficient diagnostics and redundant components so that no single internal fault can cause a dangerous failure. A properly selected single sensor can achieve category 3 thanks to its resistance to internal faults. The external wiring of a single sensor to a single input is vulnerable to a dangerous failure from a single fault unless additional measures are applied. The standard circuit for category 3 is as follows. We have two contacts from one sensor connected to section A and section B in a 1 out of 2 configuration. A failure of one wire from one channel does not create a dangerous situation to the second section. The second channel is connected to the second section. If you want to implement category 3 on a single circuit, you need to do additional work to protect this circuit against ground faults, short circuits to L+, and short circuits. Okay, a quick summary of this lesson. In this lesson, I showed you how to make the connections and configurations for a single channel sensor connection to the safety module from the S7-1200 system. We analyzed various configurations using the L+ potential and the VS1, VS2 lines equipped with test pulses. We tested the activation of the short circuit detection function. I showed you how it works in practice. Finally, we analyzed the category you can achieve by connecting a device in single channel mode to the inputs of this module. Pay attention to the maximum category and performance level you can achieve with a single channel connection. By default, single channel devices achieve category 1 or 2, performance level. In cases you can achieve category 3, but with restrictions on cable route.